There's a neighborhood in Victoria that people moving here have never heard of. It doesn't have an ocean view. It's not a neighborhood where you stroll to have a coffee on a waterfront. What it does have is something that's actually harder to find. Large homes, enormous trees, private, quiet streets, a proper village shopping center, and a level of established quality that people pay good money for. It's called Broadmead. And if you're relocating to Victoria and it's not on your list, it should be. Today I'm going to take you on a full drive through it so you get an idea of what it's like. I'll drive by homes, townhouse complexes, the Broadmead village, just to give you an idea. At the end of the video, I'll talk numbers so you get an idea what it actually costs to live here. So let's get started. By the way, my name is Terry Kurash. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Camosun here in Victoria. And if you're considering moving here or have any questions, I have people just like you that reach out to me weekly to help guide them on their next move. Whether it's buying, selling, investing, feel free to reach out. You can call me, you can text me, or you can email me. My information is below. Let's get on with the video. Actually, before I start, I guess I better show you on a map where it's located. So this is where Broadmead is, this spot right here. So give you an idea, this is where you come in the ferry. So you are approximately 20 minutes from the ferry and about 15 minutes from the airport. And then you're about 10 to 15 minutes to downtown Victoria. So that's where Broadmead is. So in this video, I'm going to drive you through some of the streets in here and up here in Broadmead just to give you an idea of the houses and the townhouse complexes. So you'll have a pretty good idea what it's exactly like. To give you an idea, if you have children, when I talk about the schools, this is Lochside Elementary. It's right here. If you're going to the middle school, it's on the other side of the highway, and it sits right here. It's called Royal Oak Middle School. The high school is up here in Cordova Bay. It's called Claremont High School. The shopping center is called Broadmead Village Shopping Center. It sits right in here. And if you notice, you're really close to the highway. You can zip in and out on the Pat Bay Highway. Like I say, you're 10, 15 minutes from downtown. It's just a great spot. The university, by the way, to give you an idea, is right over here. So Broadmead, and then the university is here. So there you go. That's where Broadmead is. So we'll go back and I'll drive you through some of the streets and give you an idea. Now here's something about Broadmead that most people don't know, and it explains everything you're about to see as we drive through it. This land was originally part of the Rithet family estate, one of Victoria's prominent early families. When it was developed in the 1970s and 80s, the developers made a deliberate decision to build around the existing forest, not instead of it. Most subdivisions clear the land first and plant new trees afterward. Broadmead did the opposite. The Douglas firs and Garry oaks that were already here are still here. The road curves around the landscape. That's why when you drive through it, it feels like a neighborhood that grew out of a forest, because it genuinely did. They also built in covenant rules that are still in effect today. Homes must use natural, earthy exterior colors. No recreational vehicles parked in driveways. The whole neighborhood was built to a specific standard, and 50 years later, it still shows. So let's drive. This is what Broadmead actually looks like. What you're noticing right away is the tree canopy. These aren't landscaping trees planted when the homes were built. These are the original Douglas firs. Some of them are 60 and 70 feet tall. You simply cannot buy that. You can't replicate it in a new neighborhood. It takes decades, and Broadmead has those decades. Their homes are a mix of eras. Some were built in the late 70s and 80s, solid construction, generous square footage, larger lots than you'd find almost anywhere else in Saanich East. Others are from the 90s and early 2000s, slightly more updated in style. and there are a handful of newer executive builds on the larger lots. What they all have in common is size and space. These are proper family homes, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double garages, lots that give you actual privacy from your neighbors. And because of those covenant rules and earthy tones, no RVs and no clutter in driveways, the whole neighborhood maintains a visual standard that lets you feel the moment you turn onto any street here. The streets themselves are worth noticing. Lots of curves, cul-de-sacs, crescents, designed to keep cut-through traffic out. Broadmead is genuinely quiet. Not quiet because nothing is happening, quiet because it was designed to be. The people who live here chose it specifically for that calm. One thing I want to be upfront about, these homes are older. If you're expecting a turnkey new build, some of these will need updating. Many owners have already done significant renovations, kitchens, bathrooms, mechanical systems. But if you find one that hasn't been touched, factor that into your offer. The bones are excellent, the lots are excellent. Just go in with eyes open. Now let's look at townhouses, because Broadmead has some very good ones, and they are one of the ways to get into this neighborhood. Well, the townhome complexes here are well maintained, and they sit within the same treat environment as single-family homes. You're not looking at dense urban townhouses packed together. These are spacious with reasonable outdoor space and some of them back onto greenery. Most complexes are from the mid-1980s through the 90s. Generally 2 stories, 2 to 4 bedrooms with attached garages. Strata fees vary by complex. Some are very well run with healthy contingent reserves, others less so. One of the most important things to do before making any offer on a townhome is request the strata documents and meeting minutes. I always walk my buyers through those before we put anything in. For buyers who want the Broadmead lifestyle, the trees, the location, the quiet, but aren't at the single family price point, a Broadmead townhouse is a genuinely smart option, and they hold their value well. Condos are not what Broadmead is known for. This neighborhood is predominantly single-family homes and townhomes. That's the character of the area, and that's what most buyers are here for. There are a small number of condo buildings here. So far in 2026, 3 condos have sold in Broadmead, with the median sale price of $730,000 and a range from $660,000 to $985,000. For buyers who want into Broadmead at a lower entry point, or downsizers who want the neighborhood without the maintenance of a detached home, condos here are worth keeping an eye on. I want to talk about Rithet's bog for a moment, because it's one of the things that sets Broadmead apart from other neighborhoods, and most people don't even know it exists until they move here. Let me show you where it is. So when I'm talking about Rithet's bog, this is where it's located, right here, in the lower part of Broadmead. This is a protected conservation area, a rare raised peat bog right inside the neighborhood, 40 hectares of walking trails, incredible bird life, and a level of natural quiet that most urban neighborhoods simply don't have. Birders come here from across Victoria. Residents walk the trails daily. From a real estate standpoint, homes that border Rithet's bog carry a premium, and it's justified. You have protected green space that will never be developed right next to your property. This is Broadmead Village, and as you can see, it's a proper full-service shopping center. Thrifty Foods, PharmaSave, CIBC, Coast Capital restaurants with patio setting. Everything you need for your weekly routine is right here in the neighborhood. You're not walking to it, but you're also never more than a few minutes away. And if you need anything beyond what's here, Uptown and Royal Oak are just a short drive away. If you're moving here with kids, let me give you the picture on the schools. Broadmead Elementary serves the neighborhood at the primary level. Royal Oak Middle is right here in the area, and Claremont Secondary for high school. All 3 catchments are well established. The schools are solid, and you're not dealing with long drives to get kids to class. But the bigger family story with Broadmead really is about space. Large lots, large homes, and proper yards. Kids have room to actually be outside. The streets are calm enough for bikes, and Rithet's bog is essentially a nature trail right next door. For families coming from condo living or dense urban neighborhoods, the amount of space here is a genuine lifestyle shift, and most people tell me they wish they had made the move sooner. So going into June 2026, the benchmark price for a single family home in Saanich East is $1,347,300. Townhouses, $904,800. Condos are $603,400. Those are the benchmark prices going into June 2026. Now, the Victoria Real Estate Board doesn't break down Broadmead specifically. So instead of a benchmark, I'm going to have to use median prices. Single family homes first. There were 14 sales from January to June on single family homes in Broadmead. The median sale price, $1,472,500. That's above the Saanich benchmark price, which makes sense because Broadmead is on the premium end of Saanich East. Right now, when I was doing this video, 1.35 million was the entry point for what's available as of today, all the way up to over $2.6 million. The sweet spot, where most of the activity is, it's $1.5 to $1.8 million. That gets you a solid 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in the 2,500 to 3,500 square foot range. As for townhomes, there were 14 sales since January as well. The median price, around $975,000. The range today, as I did this video, it starts at $849,000 and it goes up to $1,450,000 for larger, more updated units. For buyers who want to get into Broadmead without the full single family price, townhomes are a smart option. So that's Broadmead. I hope it gives you a good idea of what it's like and the prices. So if you're thinking about moving here, buying or selling, feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, email me. My information is below. Thanks for watching.